Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Matty. Matty is from Pennsylvania in the USA. So let's see what Matty has to say. Enjoy the interview. So, Matty, how are you doing today? You're okay?
I'm doing great. Yeah, it's been a relaxing day. Been great. I work in a school, so half day today. So they just like watched the movie and uh yeah, not much actual work was done today. So it was excellent.
Where are you from, Matty?
Right outside Philadelphia, Jersey suburbs. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right over the Delaware River.
And what's the best part of living there, in your opinion?
Oh man. All right. So where I live, it's like pretty peaceful. There's nobody really going down my street. I have a nice backyard that like my dog can kind of roam free in. And then I work like 5 minutes from my house, and it's like all like 25-mile-per-hour roads to get there. There's a sweet downtown, like 5 minutes away from me. That's like everything's there. And then I teach at a yoga studio as well there. That's like on that strip that's like pretty poppin'. And so and I also teach like outdoors at a park, and then I teach stand-up paddleboard and stand-up paddleboard yoga as well. And so have a lot of, and then outside of that, yeah, just like working in school as well. So yeah.
That's amazing. I was checking actually your profile and I could see some pictures, you teaching yoga.
Yeah.
The water, I mean, you had the how they call
The stand-up paddles, stand-up
yeah,
paddle. Yeah.
amazing. I never seen that before actually. I was like, oh my god, that's something new for me.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome. Yeah, if you ever get a chance to go somewhere and try it, like highly recommend. It is definitely awesome. So I
I
might move out to the sun. I might move into like my yard a bit. If that's cool. Do you want me to stay in the same location since we started?
Where you are is perfect for me.
Okay, cool. Right
Are you
on.
comfortable? Are you
I'm
comfortable?
great. Yeah. Life's good. Yeah.
So you're
Cool.
saying that you are a yoga teacher and also you work at school as well.
Yeah, so I'm a ABA behavioral therapist. I work with kids with like autism, ADHD, ADD, oppositional defiance, OCD. So I just work in schools where the cases for either the children or the classrooms are a little bit more serious and need more like professional training. And so been doing that for about a decade now. So it's pretty second nature to be doing that kind of work. And so yeah, so it's fun. I enjoy that. And then after school I have like a second job with that where I work with students after school, just kind of doing in homework. But mostly like at this point I take kids out into like nature and get them hiking and, giving them to experience just like being alive and present, like on this physical plane. So yeah, it's cool.
Very good.
Yeah.
Matty, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and to share your point of views?
Sweet.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So this is my best friend. Okay, flow from the phone questions. I'm just going to play a song now just for us to relax a bit before the first question, okay?
Sounds good, man. Life is good. Let's see what you got. That's good, dude. I'll be right there. I'm dancing tonight. I do this thing called ecstatic dance where it's just like movement, like healing through movement. And it's just like in a room and a bunch of people. And the only rules is no talking, no phones out. And it's just like everybody kind of just dances wild. So it's like a dance ceremony tonight. There's going to be like a cacao ceremony, probably some energy work. And so, yeah, dance away, dude. Great.
Good. Let's do it.
All right.
Look at you, good dancer.
Yeah, oh man, like famous in a few places for rocking my dance moves. So
amazing. Matty, before we start the game, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about for some reason, you don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Sounds good. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Amazing. First question for you is, what do you like the most in your best friends?
Oh man, they pursue me. I would say I'm not the best at being initiative with making plans and making things happen, and I have a great time once I show up. But they definitely are the ones to reach out and make big fun things happen, and just like appreciate their presence and their loyalty in that way. It's like really just like something I don't take for granted, just to like have people that like do text me first and just like hey, like let's do something, X, Y, and Z, give options, and then even just like relaxing and like not having to do so much, so yeah, definitely appreciate that about them. Yeah,
Very good. Next question, let's do it.
let's go.
Next question for you is, what season of the year you feel more connected with and why?
Ooh, I enjoy summer. I love the sun. I think working in schools and knowing that like it brings a lot of freedom to my life. The summers, like all of my a lot of big memories and big just like stories and life happenings have happened over summers, and just there's a lot of room for mystery and a lot of room for like redefining and engaging in new activities, and feel like people are generally more friendlier, and it's easier to connect with others and be a part of communities in the summer. So it seems like there's energy to do things, and then there's opportunity to do things, and then the vibrational frequencies are just like flowing a little bit stronger between like everybody in the summertime. So yeah, it's just a different spirit.
It's your birthday around summertime as well or not?
No, I'm a January birthday. I'm born right at January 2nd. So
Oh,
um, yeah, so definitely not a summer birthday. I love the winter as well, but I definitely feel more connected with just everything that happens in the summertime, just based on like what brings passion and ignites my soul.
absolutely. Next question, let's do it. Before the next question, Matt, tell me what do you like the most about work with kids? Yeah, like as a therapist, what do you like the most, and what's the biggest joy of it?
I enjoy their honesty. They respect like when you're real with them, and they are they're their most natural selves. I enjoy I enjoy like seeing the freedom that children have in their spirits, in terms of their imagination, their creativity. Um, and that's something that like I still feel is such a huge part of myself, that I love to tap into. And so when I'm around and working with these kids, I get to tap into that creative and just uh just that process of understanding, just like uh yeah, it's exciting. Like it keeps me interested in like what I'm doing. um like I feel like I'm never bored, because there's just like there's always something like fun happening. There's always some conversation that needs to be had, or some question that they have, and I feel like there's like I love to just kind of like share knowledge with them in like a really fun, like basic way that's like understandable, even if it's today like a kid wanted to draw with me, but we ended up talking about like the aurora borealis and like where things are located on the globe, because I was like, oh, like what do you want to draw in terms of landscapes? And then I like showed him a picture of like a landscape that I think would be cool for us to draw together, and then that kind of conversation about like why is this way. So we brought out the globe, we brought out different locations around the world, and then turned into different landscapes around the world. And like I enjoy just like being purposeful and intentional with my time, and making like teachable moments happen kind of like out of thin air a little bit as well. So yeah, it's fun.
Very good. Next question for you is, what is the nicest thing a family member has ever done for you?
Ooh, let's see. My mom cuts my hair for free every 2 weeks. I feel like that's like the nicest thing. They like and so like I go over and they cook me a nice dinner that's like nourishing and healthy, and like she cuts my hair, and like my dog usually runs around in their backyard, and like
Oh,
and we like spend quality time together, kind of just like the three of us. And so I think like that's like a continuation of like the night, like that's a nice thing, that's the best thing you can kind of do with your parents. And like it's time that I know I'm gonna cherish, like as we grow older and everything as well. So it's nice to have that connection for sure.
do you have siblings or you are the only child?
No, I have an older brother and two younger sisters.
Wow,
So
big
yeah,
family.
yeah, so it's the whole bunch. Yeah.
Amazing. Good. Next question, Marty. Let's do it. Next question is, what bores you?
What bores me? Oh man, unconscious people.
Mhm.
People that are kind of zombified and kind of only spit out what is like on TikToks or mainstream media, or kind of just like interested in like kind of the opinions of others instead of like what's kind of like coming forth in their own soul and creativity. So yeah, just like humans with no substance for sure is like probably I don't like small talk, and I really couldn't give a rat's ass about like what's happening with like stuff that's just fake. Like I like things that are like real, and just like yeah, just all the fake kind of matrixy type things are just not, just like they just insult my soul. So I just, yeah, it just bores me.
The place where you live, your city, your hometown, is easy to make friends?
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely feel like it's a lot of people around my age. There's a lot of places to go. Like there's everything around me. Um and like there's a brewery right by me, and if I bring my dog in there, like I'm having conversations with 40 different people.
Wow.
Um so I will walk around my neighborhood. Usually, I mean, my dog is probably the reason why I like get a lot of attention, because he's like really huge and white. And he just like looks unique. So like in that regard, it's pretty easy. But also like I'm pretty personable myself. And so I find that like I'm like people are drawn to me, I'm drawn to people, and it's kind of that like magnetism back and forth with like, and there's a lot of good people that like are also magnetic, that like everybody kind of gets drawn to each other eventually. So yeah, it's a great area.
Yeah, I think it's so nice to live in a place where you can connect with people and they are kind of, the same vibe as you, because, you
Yeah,
kind of live in a place where you can connect and be around people that you feel, you can be yourself.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's great. I mean, there's everything. There's families around here, there's individuals around here, there's nice parks and like nice tennis courts and good places to walk my dog, and places like every kinds of food that you can imagine, you know, family owned food places, and just yoga studios, health centers, like intentional places that are like really helping the community and healthy for the community as well. Just like lots of healthy restaurants that are like owned by good people as well. So it's one of those that's like cool. Like it's nice to be in this environment and just like settle in and just be good with it.
Amazing. Good. Ready for another one?
Sure thing. Let's go.
Let's do it. You are a good dancer, I can see. Right.
Yeah.
Next question is, where do you see yourself living when you retire?
Definitely somewhere in like Central America, or like like the like Polynesian islands, like pretty much anywhere where they like filmed a season of Survivor, is or Central America would be great. It would be great eventually to like have my own kind of like retreat center, like a yoga retreat center. You know, surf, include like surf in the package and like learning about like the local lands and herbalism and just all the above. Like I just want to be like a holistic type center would be the ideal thing that, open it and people come and just take care of them for as long as they need to be taken care of, but allow space as well and have it be a really relaxed and chill time and, focus on breath and movement and energy and, all the healing powers of the original medicine, So, yeah.
Very powerful, for sure. Very powerful.
Yeah.
Right. I have 3 questions left for you. Let's do it. Before the next question, tell me how yoga came into your life, how your journey started.
Cool. It was about 4 years ago. I was running long distance for a really long time, but like I'd kind of just like plateaued with that. I'd done a couple marathons. Did 4 marathons in stretch of like 3 years, maybe.
Wow.
No, yeah, maybe now. I did 4 marathons in like 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think 2012 was my first. I forget all the years, but yeah. So I was kind of like complete with my running journey, and then a group of us went to Costa Rica, and then just to go on like a surf and like relaxing trip. And my one friend that I'm really close with was kind of the glue of the trip and organized it and just said like, hey, who wants to go to this town I've been to before? Like we could stay at this kind of resort and get surf lessons if we want, or just be on the beach and go to a few different spots. And so a group, I think of like 8 of us went. And then after that trip was like a whole book in itself, and just like life changing. And then after that, just like me and one of my friends that was on the trip, we were kind of, he was just like, yo, like you want to just do yoga like when we get back, like my studio? And I was like, yeah, cool, let's do it. And then we just went to the one that was like closest to where he was living, like right near me. And then we just started riding our bikes there and like just go to that yoga studio. And like over the course of time, just like kind of stayed connected and went to a few other studios. And there's some, figured out that there's deals to, go like just kind of meandered about a few different ones. But during the pandemic, landed back at that original studio. They had moved to a different location and ended up being like right around the corner from where I was living at the time. It was much needed. I was going through like a really bad breakup of like a long-term relationship. And just went there and it was really, really healing. And through that, it was just like, all right, let me just get like their teacher certification. Like that's kind of the next step. Let's explore it. And then, so went through a teacher certification. And then after that, like was offered like a chance just to teach like once a week. And then through that, just have like self-study and gotten a few other like more certifications along the way. And it's kind of just been this side hustle that's been like expanding a little bit. And it's fun to go down and explore and see where I can go with it and learn more and invest time and resources and energy into it. And so I've just like really, really enjoyed it so far. Yeah.
Great.
So, yeah.
Next question is, what have you learned during the first lockdown? In 2020, when the world went upside down? Tell me, for you, what's the biggest positive impact that brought to your personal life through that challenging journey?
Oh man, well, that time was crazy. I was I'd been in a long-term relationship with a female up until that point, but I had known until then that like my sexuality was not fully on that spectrum, and so the pandemic really brought all that out, and so ended that relationship with her, and ended up coming out to like close friends and family and my communities eventually, and that was like, there's my dog here. Uh,
Beautiful.
yeah. He's like, I know this story. We're gonna just give you a little therapy hug right now. But so that was just like that time just taught me to um just live, just be true as me, and like whatever that looked like, just one day at a time, one breath at a time, one decision at a time. Was just like, whatever you do from here on out, just like live as aligned as possible, and then spend time and energy into learning how to live as aligned as possible, and get some support and help and make decisions. And and it was a very imperfect time as well. And during that time I had a family member get sick with cancer, and so there was like two different just like big kind of family dramas going on at that time with like myself, but then like the cancer kind of took over from there. So it kind of just like it brought like the family back together in a sense, where it's like, all right, like what is like truthfully important. And I think everybody's values shifted into just like everybody just wants to love each other, and like just wants each other just to live as joyfully and in peace, and um it's like as connected with like God and source and spirit and with each other as possible, and just go from there. So yeah, that's kind of what, it's definitely what that the lockdown taught me, was just like it was a conscious awakening for sure. As the best way I can describe it was that before that time I was unconscious and just kind of going through the motions of life and thinking that I had to live and be a certain way. And lockdown really brought out this conscious awakening of like I have an array of choices of what I can live and be as in my life, and I can redefine that and reshape that over and over and over again in accordance like what is my soul like speaking to me, and what am I gathering from the energies and essences around. And so once I started tapping into that, it was just like there's no other choice but to just like just live in a different way. And so my life has like shifted radically in the past like 3 years.
Wow.
And like even since all of that, like there's been so many different versions of myself, and I've had to deprogram myself from different thought processes and um just traumas and just lineage, uh just like things like that I was like, oh man, like understanding where all these came from, and really understanding like who I was and what my thoughts were and what my thoughts can be. Like it just, there's just no other choice but to just like get my act together and do the healing and do the work, and you know dance and cry and eat some along the way, and
Do you believe
journal some things out as well, and all the above. So yeah.
do you believe that right now at this moment, are you living your sexuality the most truly self as ever?
Yeah, definitely. I'm not defining myself as like any particular label, that's for sure. And I'm not in any position to really like pursue just like, and like I'm not looking for like
Mm-hmm.
the marriage and to settle down and everything. Like it's been nice to just like see what the array of choices are out there in this world, and continue to go from there, and not make any like rash decisions about long-term future plans until like I know 100% like what that needs to look like. So until then, it's just let's
Amazing.
just Yeah.
You are living your truly self. I think that's the best part. You know, was tough for you to get where you are right now, but you know, it's like a new starting for you. Now you are exploring. You are kind of exploring your sexuality. You are exploring, you know, this new fresh air that comes up to your life right now. And I think it's a powerful place to be. It's you know, it's a powerful place because you are literally expressing your truly self. And I think
Yeah.
that's the best part of after the storm, you know what I mean? Now you can kind of find yourself and live your best self. That's what life is about living your truly self. That's what I
Yeah.
believe.
You know, it's butterfly season, and we look around them and we realize, like, man, it's such a gruesome process along the way for like that beauty to exist, you know, like just
Absolutely.
like you have to kind of get mangled and liquefied for a little bit in order to like spread your wings and explore what freedom looks like in this world.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good for you. I'm glad that you are living this moment now. I'm very happy.
Great.
2 questions left. Let's do it. Next question is, ooh, tough question. What's the most dramatic argument you ever had?
Most dramatic argument I've ever had. Oh my goodness. There was a night with my parents that we kind of had to figure things out between each other. Like it was, you know, in the midst of my coming out, and it was one of those nights that was like we needed to unravel a lot of things. And there was times where I was saying things that were, I mean, it felt like it was coming from just like the depths of my soul, but also like wasn't necessarily making a lot of sense at the same time. And so it was like, man, like I'm so angry, and like it just brought out like just all these different emotions, but on both ends as well. And like there's times where we're screaming at each other outside, and but at the same point, like it was such a long conversation. I think it was the length of how long we like went at it with each other over just a lot, and like the veracity of it and the way that I felt the entire time in terms of like feeling on fire and feeling like alchemy, like things were just like completely changing and shifting. But like it was also like shift, like it was very like uneasy for a little bit. It took a lot of like liquid in order to create fire, you know. And so but I think that how, because it was so dramatic and because we like really intentionally aimed to like fix it at the very end, like it's been such a beautiful relationship ever since. But but it like we haven't even had any other beef or any other words since then. Like in terms of like it's been all kindness and all wonderful since then. But like it would, I think because it was so dramatic, we're like we need like a 10-year, 20-year break before we ever even like say anything that like might like offend or like, you know, it's just like let's just be kind to each other for a little bit and just have life be good, because we had that was woof, like we were sweating it, you know.
Oh wow, yeah, those conversations can be a bit you know, difficult, traumatic, you know. It's, but as you said, in the end everything turns around in a positive way. And you know, after the fire, you know, you start to kind of come down a little bit and start to understand more the situation. Yeah,
For sure.
ready for the last question?
Yeah, let's do it.
Last question. But before the last question, through your career, you know, I work with kids. Tell me a moment, a situation that you had with, you know, your students that you're never going to forget.
Students I'm never going to forget. All right.
Like something that's going to always have a good place in your heart. The situation.
Yeah. Because my dog's like sneezing right now. It was sorry, my dog is like sneezing so hard right now. It was, I was teaching in an urban environment, and it was a kindergarten through second grade autism classroom, and it was the first year of this classroom, and it was kind of the first like it was Christmas and we all kind of like gelled together. And then actually like every member of my family went out and bought a present for one of the kids in my class. And what each of the teachers did as well. And we had like a full Christmas morning in our classroom.
Wow.
All the kids and just like seeing their faces and unwrapping presents and like it was kids that like some of them weren't getting much from like home life and so it was to like just have that all together as like this. We had um like we had really brought this classroom to get like cultivated like this really beautiful classroom together that year. And so we that Christmas, like I'll just never forget like just the look on the kids' faces and how excited everybody was and how special it was and just like how much of a celebration it was that like it was just that beautiful of a year. So yeah, I'll never forget that Christmas.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Last question for you is, what did you want to be growing up?
Man, a lion tamer in the circus. I wanted to like be in the traveling circus and just like train the lions, and I thought it'd be so cool just like work with animals and just like perform and like yeah, just but it was mostly to work with the lions as well. Even to this day, I have like 3 lion tattoos on me, and so like there's one on my back as well. And so yeah, I've always had this affinity for them. But yeah, when I was younger, that was like if I could have done anything, it was to be a lion tamer in the circus.
I love your answer, my goodness. Amazing. Right, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game, okay? I'm going to give away some words, just one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking, okay?
Yep.
So, I hope you are enjoying the interview. Before we do the word association game, don't forget to give a like, don't forget to share this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Just click on the button right there. Thank you so much and enjoy the word association game. One word for family.
Drama.
Money.
Evil.
Love.
Hate.
Life.
Say it one more time.
Life.
Life. Oh, gift.
Sex.
Lots.
Politics.
Fun. Theater.
Religion.
Necessary.
Fear.
Excitement.
Friendship.
Bullshit.
Desire.
Sex.
Regret.
None.
Success.
Oh man. Presents.
Wish.
Oh man. Stars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Happiness.
Oh man. Pursuing.
One word for Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Oh my goodness. William Penn. The founder. That's what I was thinking of. I don't know. He's a funny dude. I like my original people. Do you know who William Penn is? He's
Wow.
he's a Quaker that was granted like the land rights, and then he was like the governor, and he did a lot of work with like creating Pennsylvania as a Quaker state and making it like what it was. And even to this day, like central Pennsylvania, like a lot of roots are in just like the work that William Penn did to make it happen. So
Wow.
that's
You just made my day now. Learn something new.
Yeah. Look him up. There's actually like where I like to hike as well. There's like a statue of him as well. So I like some good historical figures.
Amazing.
But I was growing up, not get him and Ben Franklin. Like I couldn't get them like straight between each other. I thought they were the same person. But anyway, keep going.
One word for USA.
Oh man, falling apart.
Maybe,
yeah.
And the last one now, yoga teacher. One word.
Oh man, healer.
Amazing. Let's pretend I'm going to meet your best friend for a coffee, and I'm going to ask your best friend. Define Matty in one positive word and one negative word only. What your best friend would say?
Okay. best friend would say, unlike any human you've ever met before, as a positive, and hyper impulsive as a negative.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's play now, Matty and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. But before that, let's play the music one more time. Let's do it. Okay, you can ask me a question now.
Alrighty. If every animal in the world was the same exact size and weight, who would be the scariest animal and why?
My God, what an interesting question.
Yeah.
Okay, you put me in the spot now. I like being the spot.
Yeah.
Let me
And you
see.
can set the parameters for height and weight as like what makes sense in your head as I was asking that question. It's like as you envision the question, like that's the height and weight that you're imagining, and just roll with that.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. For some reason, the animal that comes to your mind is a duck. I don't know why, but I think it would be a bit strange to see a big duck. You know what I mean? With the I don't know. For some reason, duck comes to my mind straight away. So yeah, that'd be my answer to you.
That's great.
Interesting question. My goodness, I never thought about that before. Wow.
That's it. You're like, wait a second. Now you're gonna add that to your repertoire now, and you're gonna have to ask somebody else that in your interviews from here on out.
You know what? Tomorrow I'm gonna reach 900 interviews on the show so far, and awesome. No one never asked me this question. Wow, wow, interesting.
Unlike anybody you've ever met before.
as well, you literally just left your signature in the magic box right now.
Woo!
There we go. It took 900 interviews to get a question like that.
It's like I'm trying to get you the most hits you've ever had. All right, I'm gonna get the magic number here, magic button.
Wow, Matty, did you enjoy the interview?
Thank you. I enjoyed it. Yes, it's awesome. Great to talk. Great person.
Thanks so much for being so open, and also thanks so much for being so kind. And I'm glad that we connected right now. It is time of your life. As you said, those 3 years is being a bit tough for you. Find yourself. Put yourself in a place that is your truly self. And it's fascinating to see you talking about it so open, and also I can see that you are living your true self, and that's what life is about being your true self, not just to yourself. I think that's the best part. Yeah.
Thank you so much, man. It was really nice as well.
Before you go, if you can share a positive message, something that you live by.
Oh man, can I share with you this quote from a book that has really just like impacted the way that I've lived? Cool. Make a radical change in your lifestyle and begin to boldly do things which you may previously never have thought of doing or been too hesitant to attempt. So many people live within unhappy circumstances and yet will not take the initiative to change their situation because they are conditioned to a life of security, conformity, and conservation, all of which may appear to give one peace of mind. But in reality, nothing is more damaging to the adventurous spirit within a man than a secure future. The very basic core of a man's living spirit is his passion for adventure. The joy of life comes from our encounters with new experiences, and hence, there's no greater joy than having an endlessly changing horizon. For each day to have a new and different sun. If you want to get more out of your life, you must lose your inclination for monotonous security and not adopt a helter-skelter style of life that will at first appear to you to be crazy. But once you become accustomed to such a life, you will see its full meaning and its incredible beauty.
Wow. Let's get away of our comfort zone, because we can find a lot of beautiful things out there. Be brave, don't be scared, and just go after that, and you're gonna find beautiful things out there. That's what I believe as well.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
That's it. Right.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to connect with you, and keep in touch, okay, Matt?
Yes, man. Looking forward to keeping in touch and seeing where your interviews go. So take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.